First, I want to touch on Overwatch's potential next character based on a couple leaks and like lore from the storyline and just things that someone discovered just this morning for the second time. So Sombra seems to be, with BlizzCon coming up on November 4th, like we're expecting a couple announcements from Blizzard. Not 100% positive what they are, but there are things leaning toward it being Sombra and maybe a game, maybe something else, like feeding into Diablo 3, which we'll get into. But there's new art found on the server for Blizzard's official merchandise store today. And it shows, like, it confirms that earlier leaked in-game image of what appears to be Sombra right here. You could see she's standing on top of an Omnic robot. She's like, it looks like a lot of people thought she might be a hacker, kind of tech-savvy character. We're not sure which class she would play into at this point as far as speculation goes, so that's what I want to talk to you about. But the new image this morning, which is signed by John Polidora, he is listed as Blizzard or Overwatch illustrator, concept artist, and character designer. So, unless it's like forged or whatever, it seems pretty official, especially because it confirms that earlier leak that showed the other Sombra in-game image, which showed her kind of looking over her shoulder. Mm-hmm. She has that SMG, and like right here you can see, and she kind of, again, she seems kind of cyberpunkish, I guess, like a lot of things in Overwatch, but she's got a hacker vibe.
Yeah.
And maybe that's how I imagine hackers to be. I've never met one that I know of. Pete.
You wouldn't know.
No, I know, if they're a good hacker. But yeah, I don't know. What... Like, obviously with Ana being introduced into the mix, or Ana a few months ago, we knew Blizzard would be introducing new characters, new maps to kind of switch up things a little bit. Ana was that, like sniper support hybrid class. So I wanted to ask you what you think like Sombra could be that would benefit Overwatch as far as maybe what class she would fit into or what class she appears to fit into, maybe a hybrid class.
Yeah, I mean, just right off the bat, if I just wanted to classify her just based off her weapon, like having an SMG just makes me think, okay, so she's probably going to be relatively nimble or quick, right? Like kind of like, I don't want to call her like a tracer, but it seems like she's going to have to be closer up because generally in most games, if you have like an SMG, you're like the short to mid-range kind of character.
Agile.
Yeah, agile. And it'll be interesting to see how the hacking stuff ties into how she plays. Maybe it's her, her ultimate ability. Maybe she can like puppeteer someone or take over someone, mind control them or something like that. That'd be interesting. I don't know how balanced that would be, but that seems kind of cool if she could maybe like take over someone and hack their mind or something like that.
Yeah, again, looking back at Ana, she's being the hybrid class. I had this crazy theory about what Sombra could be because she's standing on like an Omnic, the robot's hand, and also people were talking about what, like, if she did fill out a hybrid class, what she could be. And then I was thinking, like, how would like a hybrid attack and tank work? Which doesn't make sense until I looked at Battleborn. And there's a character in Battleborn called Shane and Arx. It's two people. And it's one smaller short girl inside of this, like, she can be in this like rock golem, I think it is, at certain points. And then the rock golem plays more of the tank role while she can escape and be more nimble. Obviously, this is just pure conjecture, but that was just an idea I had. What if she kind of is controlling this specific Omnic that's a character in itself with her?
But wouldn't that be too similar almost to Diva then? Because she's piloting, essentially a mech or a Gundam or whatever. And like, how do you make another class that's not just like Diva? And I don't know how you do that, I guess. I mean, it would be interesting if she did kind of control like the robot and maybe that's like all you're doing, or like you're one or the other kind of thing. You're not both. Whereas like Diva, you get you get your mech and then you can still fight in pilot mode. But it would be interesting to see, I guess, because they need the game, like Overwatch itself needs a pure tank. I feel like it needs another pure tank because Reinhardt's really like the only one that you can like say is like definitively a tank.
Yeah,
like
he's
the rest
the one.
Of them are like hybridy.
When I play Reinhardt, I'm focused specifically on being a tank, whereas with like Roadhog, I'm actually concentrating on like grappling people and using my shotgun a lot more. You think a tank would be the most like equalizing class to add at this point?
I think there's a good amount of variety in terms of like attackers, and there's like now with adding Ana, like the support kind of class or subtree is like pretty strong too. I feel like adding another pure tank would be the way to go, but I'm sure they have more characters in the pipelines because Sombra's been talked about like for a while now. Like people have been trying to theorize like who she is, what she is, how she plays, like trying to find subtle hints here and there. So if she's not the pure tank, I'm sure there's someone that's coming down the line that's a tank because, they added a support. If she is an attacker, they're adding an attacker. They're probably going to add a tank too.
Yeah, I mean, I think the early things were with like the comics or whatever. She was mentioned, right? And then there was the in the Ana reveal like trailer, the hand-drawn one, if I recall correctly, it showed a few characters that disappeared when she was talking about the old Overwatch guards dying off. And then Sombra was one of them. She had like the shaved side of her head and then her hair all on one side. And she looked just like this kind of in terms of her face. And then Sombra meaning like shadow in Spanish. Because I think in terms of the lore, Sombra, the character, has been confirmed. She's Mexican. And then Blizzard was saying that there were like rumors that the announcement would be released alongside like the Dia de los Muertos in real life, in real time. And obviously BlizzCon coming up on November 4th, again, would make sense if these things were leaking now. I guess more people are being more vigilant in finding them. But I don't know. I haven't played Overwatch in like 3 weeks, and that's the longest I haven't really played a match. And I think obviously when they released Ana, as is their intent, that's when I got back in for a while to try her out, as well as what was the German map? The castle.
Man, I forget the name.
I like it a lot. But I don't know. Pete, have you played Overwatch much since release back in whenever it was?
No.
No? No? Do you plan on playing it more? Maybe we'll just bring you in?
Yeah, no, I mean, I really want to. I don't think this additional character will bring me in. It's not about that.
Just about playing Overwatch.
It's about time. I need more time.
Yeah?
Yeah, but the game looks so good. That's all I can say.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm always excited to see what they do with new characters. Obviously, the characters are the lifeblood of that game for me.
The Halloween stuff was good too. So I mean, like, if they can find a way to expand on that brawl, because like we can kind of guess that Sombra is going to get announced, right? And then that either there's going to be a new map or maybe a new mode. Because I mean, like, that mode was interesting in the fact that it was you and some other co-op players against like AI.
It was also the same 4 characters you could be, right? It was McCree.
It was locked out in that sense.
Which was weird for Overwatch, because like half of Overwatch is picking the character like on a moment-to-moment basis.
It was probably balanced. Like, you can't put a Bastion in
Sure,
that.
No. I had fun with it. I was just saying it was a drastic departure for the Overwatch formula as we understood it. But yeah, anyway, that, I guess, I don't know if there's any other points to add. Again, this is all conjecture. We'll know. You're going down to BlizzCon in Anaheim with Justin Haywald on November 4th. It starts the Friday.
It's Friday and Saturday, yeah. So Friday, the keynote will be on at, I think, 10 a.m., if I'm not mistaken. It's either 9 or 10. Sorry that I don't have the time. But that's basically the most important part, because it's like, here's all our stuff. And then, like, if you're not there, you can't do anything else other than watch it. Maybe they PTR Sombra. I don't know. That is a Blizzard thing to do, but
on that day,
on that day, it's like, guess what? She's on PTR.
Well, that's what happened with Ana when they released that trailer, right? And then she's like, oh, you can go play her right now.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that is our, speculation, conjecture about Sombra, the potential new character based on these leaks we've seen. If you've been playing Overwatch, let us know what you think class you could fill out that would make you enjoy the game more. Leave your thoughts in the comments below.